understand the topic in a very basic way, and the way we did yesterday, we'll move above the basic gradually. Clear? You will see that this has a relation with this part, time and work, and time, speed, distance as well. Right? Okay, what do you mean by average? First and foremost, average means what? In Hindi we say औसत. Right? If I say the average age of the class is say 22 years, 23 years, what does that mean? Right. This can mean that everybody can be of 23 years as well, but the chances of that happening is very less. Right? Then if that would have been the case, the topic of average would not have come. Right? So we can say the average can be said to be, basic thing is the sum of the observations. Say there are 5 students here, one of them is age 22, one of them is age 23, 24, 25, 26. The average will be the sum of those 22 se leke 26 upon the number of students. Say I have to 5, so divided by 5, so divided by number of observations. Clear or not? Right? The number of observations. Now if I say everybody is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Right? The average is what? 24. Which means if you see the deviation of 22 from 24 is how much? Minus 2. And this is how much? Say minus 1. This is plus 1 and plus 2. The sum of the deviations from that value on the negative side and positive side has to be equal. Then only that number is the average, isn't it? Then only the concept of average is defined. Clear? Now this is the case when this is a very ideal case when everybody is differing by 1. But even if the values are disparate, the average is that value from where the negative side and the positive side deviation, the sum of that has to be 0. That is the conceptual meaning of average. Clear or not? Now if I say the average age of the class is say 23 years. Clear? If a teacher of age 28 years comes to a class, the average will increase or decrease? Increase? Increase. He is higher than the average. If he is higher than the average, which means he adds value to the class on the positive side, the average will increase. Okay? The average age of the class is 23 years. If a 21-year-old enters the class, the average will conceptually. Clear or not? Okay. The average age of the class is 23 years. If a 28-year-old leaves the class, the average will decrease. Clear? The average age of the class is 23 years. If a 21-year-old leaves the class, the average will? Correct or not? Average, the more than the average value, if he enters the class, he increases the value. And the more than the average value, if he leaves the class, he decreases the value of the class. And vice versa for the case when the value is less than the average. Isn't it? You can eliminate options from that as well if you want. Clear? Okay. Now, based on this very basic thing, if I say, you do this question orally. The average of the class is say 23 years. Clear? If a 28-year-old teacher say enters the class, the average increases by 0.25 years. Clear or not? Right? What is the number of students in the class originally? what is the number of students in the class originally? Try to understand the question. The average of the class is 23 years. A 28-year-old enters the class. So you just told me the average will increase. So average has increased by 0.25 years. Tell me how many students were there in the class originally? How 19? Okay. 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 5 makes 20, so 20, and that includes the teacher as well? Okay, which means you are saying ki initially they were, if you include the teacher, the number is 19? Okay, now it's correct. Okay, how come? Say the average age of the class is 23. If a teacher is also of age 23, the average will remain same as I just told you. If he is equal to the average of the class, negative deviation, positive deviation, nothing is deviation, right? But the age of the teacher is 28 years, 5 years more than the average. And due to this, everybody incurs an increase of 0.25. Isn't it? Which means you just have to say how many 0.25s will cover this gap of 5. Isn't it? How many 0.25 will cover a gap of 5? That includes the teacher as well. So how many 0.25 will make 5? 0.25. How many 0.25 will make 5? 20. Which means now there are 20 people in the class, of which one is the teacher. So if you exclude the teacher, the number of students in the class originally is 19 years. Isn't it? Did you understood the concept clearly? Okay, now if you do it by long method, you will say, sir, the average of the class is 23. Let the number of students in the class be x. So the total age of the class is 23x. The teacher is entering the class. So the age of the teacher is 28. So the total age of the class is 23x plus 28. How many people are there in the class right now? It is x plus 1. And what is the average of the class? 23.25. So the total age of the class is 23.25 into x plus 1. Now this and this have to be equal to each other. Here you will get the value of x, which is 19. But will you solve by this way? No. If you understand the concept, you don't need to solve by this way. You just go by the basic concept. Isn't it? This average is known as the sum of observations, right? This is known as arithmetic mean. Simple average is arithmetic mean. So there are two other means as well. So if arithmetic mean is given by the observations x1 plus x2 plus xn upon number of observations which is given. Similarly, there are two other means as well, that is geometric mean and harmonic mean. Outside the scope, but still you should know. What is geometric mean of these n observations? It is equal to n root of x1, x2, xn. Clear or not? And similarly, what is harmonic mean? No, it is not opposite of n. You take the opposite of the observations, then calculate the arithmetic mean and then inverse that value, which means the value is given by n by 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2. Right? Simple questions are asked arithmetic mean. Probably in HM you will find this application when you do the time series distance. See, I am doing HM. Okay, so if I tell you what is the HM of 20 and 25, you will say it is 2 observations, 2 by 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20. Clear now? If it is 3 observations, 30, you will say 3 by 1 by 25, 1 by 20. Clear or not? Everybody? Can you do one more question on average? Right? And I want you to put this question will say, sir, why only we get ample time, why you want to, just to clear the concept. Okay, so I say there are 45 students in the class, okay, and whose average age is say 30 years. Clear? 3 students of 32, 34 and 36 enter the class. Clear or not? So what is the average age of the class now? Right. Yes. What is the value there? 30.114. 30.1. So how will you do it by shortcut? You will say, sir, the average age of the class is 30 years. If the 3 students have been 30, 30, 30, the average will have been, but they are 32, 34 and 36. So they are more than the average by how much? Plus 2, plus 4, plus 6. So the total deviation is how much? On the positive side, 12. And nothing negative has been added, which means nobody is less than 30. So the average increase in average will be 12 by how many students? 45 plus 46, 47, 48. So 12 by 48. That is 0.25 years. So average will increase by 0.25 years. So now the average will be 30.2. Clear or not? Understood? Right? Clear? Now can we extend this concept a little bit? Now that the basics are clear, little bit. Can I extend it? I say the average age of the class is say 26 years. Clear? The average age of the boys is say 29 years. And the average age of the girls is say 24 years. Clear or not? Right? First, tell me who are more in number, boys or the girls? Girls. Why?
Average is closer to data.
You watch. The average is closer to this number. If average is closer to this number, yani this number influences this number. How? By its sheer numbers. Which means the number of boys and girls is more than the number of boys. Right? In the options, if you get which of these is could be the ratio of boys and girls, if you see the ratio of boys and girls is more, I mean is more than 1, you will eliminate that option. The ratio of boys and girls has to be less than 1. Girls will be more than 1. Right? You will not be able to tell how many boys and how many girls are there. But you will surely be able to tell what is the ratio of the boys and girls. How? You will say, so let the number of boys be D. So total age of the boys is 29D. Total age of the girls is 24G. Total age of the class is B plus G into 26. The total students multiplied by the average. Now if you see, you get the ratio of boys and girls to be how much? If you solve it, it comes out to be 26 minus 24 by 29 minus 26, which means 2:3. Clear or not? This is known as the rule of alligation. net average and all these things are involved here. So what will you do? The shortcut for this is something like this. You boys 29, girls 24, the average 26. The average cannot be more than 29, cannot be less than 24. If that is the case, then it is an illogical case. The average has to be between 24 and 29. Okay, so it is 26. What is the deviation of 29 from 26? 29 minus 26. What is the deviation of 26 from 24? 26 minus 24. What is this value? It is 2. What is this value? It is 3. So 2 corresponds to boys, 3 corresponds to girls. 2 corresponds to boys, 3 corresponds to girls. So the ratio of boys and girls is 2 is to
That is number of boys and girls.
right, number of boys and girls. The ratio of the number of boys and girls. The confusion arises. This is very easy here because you have already given us the background. How can you say that by this is known as a rule of elimination, this cross method. How can you say that this is the ratio of the number of boys and girls? Why can't you say that this can be the ratio of the age of one boy and one girl? Right, these are questions that are commonly asked, and that makes this topic a little bit confusing to understand. So I'll clear it once and for all, you will understand it, no problem in here. How can you remember it? This can be the ratio of the, if you apply the shortcut, how can you be sure that this is the ratio of the numbers? You will say 29 years per boy. What do you mean by average? On an average, each boy is 29. On an average, each girl is 24. On an average, each student is 26. So what is this side? Per boy, per girl. So ratio of boys and girls. Whatever is in the per side, that will be the ratio of this thing here. Because the confusion arises, sir, we have done this, we subtracted here, we subtracted here through this. Now what? What is this 2 is to 3? That makes this topic very confusion. So thumb rule is whatever on this per side, that is the ratio of the numbers. If I say 29 kilometers per hour, 24 kilometers per hour, average 26 kilometers per hour, so ratio of the number of hours. Whatever on the per side, that will be the ratio. Clear or not? Can you do one question aggregation? Remember this, whatever on the per side, that is the ratio. Okay. Now do one question, but do it by allegation, not by conventional method. Okay. We have done this question in class 8 as well, but we will do it here by allegation. I say 39 rupees is there. Okay. To be distributed among 65 boys and girls, which means the total strength is 65. Boys and girls are 65 in number, 39 rupees to be divided in such a way that each boy gets 30 paise and each girl gets 80 paise. Each boy gets 30 paise and each girl gets 80 paise. Tell me how many boys and how many girls are there. And try to do it by allegation method. How will you do it?
3 to 5.
3 is to 5. The ratio of boys and girls is 3 is to 5 or 3 is to 2. 3 is to 5 or 5 is to 2. The ratio for applying rule of allegation, you should please remember this is what you have to write. This and all these units have to be same. Whatever you write here, all these units have to be same. Otherwise, there will be problem in application. Okay? First, it is applicable only for 2 quantities. It is not applicable for more than 2 quantities. Clear or not? Then only you can apply this rule of application. How will you do it by aggregation?
Boys is equals to 26 and girls 29.
How will you do it by aggregation? Have you done it by aggregation?
Yes, sir.
So what have you put here?
Sir, first of all, like 30 paisa is there.
Okay,
So
boy.
0.3B.
Okay. Okay. Here it is 80 paisa. Two things are here. What is the value here?
So like I have made two equations and then equate it.
Okay. This is not a real aggregation. Okay. We have to do it by aggregation. Okay. So what you will do? You will say, sir, 30 paisa per boy. On an average, each boy gets 30 paisa, which means 30 paisa per boy, 80 paisa per girl. Now this here also per student, what is the paisa that each student gets? Beautiful. 39 by 65. So 3900 paisa divided by 65 is equal to how much? On an average, each student gets 60 paisa. On an average, each student gets 60 paisa, which is less than 80 more than 30. Isn't it? Clear or not? Now things are clear. 30 paisa per boy, 80 paisa per girl, 60 paisa per student. You subtract it. 60 minus 30 is how much? 30. 80 minus 60 is how much? 20. Per boy, per girl. So ratio of boys and girls. Whatever on the per side I just told you. The ratio of boys and girls is 20 is to 30 and maybe 2 is to 3. So divide 65 in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So it will be 26 boys and 29 girls. Easy or not? If you understood the concept, understand it, it becomes very easy by aggregation. You don't have to use equations. The second method is you go by option. Whichever option which has more than whichever option which has boys more than girls, you omit that option, and then you can play with the option. Right? But this is the concept. But if all of the options have girls more than boys, then you should work upon that. Okay? Clear or not? One more question on this same variety. Okay. So I am not changing the numbers, but I am changing the form of the example. But you should apply the aggregation. And then we move on to time limit. Okay. I say a man travels 600 kilometers in 10 hours. Clear? Part of the journey he goes by, say, bus, which travels at 30 kilometers per hour. Part of the journey he goes by train, which travels at 80 kilometers per hour. Clear or not? So tell me how much distance he travels by bus, how much distance he travels by train. As you are seeing, I have kept the numbers same. That will increase the variety and that will make you much more confident.
So it's 2 is to 3.
2 is to 3 what? Ratio of what? What is this 2 is to 3? Ratio of
Ratio
what?
of train by bus.
Train और बस का क्या? Distance की time की speed.
Kilometer per hour. Speed.
6 hours by train.
6 hours by train, 4 hours by bus. Right. So 6 hours by train. So 6 hours by train means how much? How many distance? How much distance? 480 kilometers. And 4 hours by bus. 300. Now the wrong approach. The wrong thing also will take you because that will make you much more conscious. The wrong approach. 2 is to 3. I asked what is this 2 is to 3? They say the ratio of the distance. 600. Divide 600 into the ratio of 2 is to 3. You will get 240 and 360. You will cross check if you see 240 by bus and 360 by train. I tell the students to cross check. 240 by 30. How much hours? 8 hours. 360 by 80. How much hours? 4.5 hours. So total time is 12.5 hours. But sir, you have given it only 10 hours. Which means this is a wrong answer. This is what students said. So 2 is to 3 what? Okay. So I say, I just change it here. This is bus and this is train. 30 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers per hour. 600 kilometers in 10 hours. So average speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Per hour, per hour, per hour. So what is the ratio? Ratio is the ratio of the hours. 80 minus 60 minus 30 is how much? 30. 80 minus 60 is how much? 20. So 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 is the ratio of the hours. So divide 10 in the ratio of 2 is to 3. Not 600 in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So divide 10 in the ratio of 2 is to 3. It will be 4 hours by bus and 6 hours by train. So 4 hours by bus it will be how much? 120, and 6 hours by train will be how much? 40. I kept the example same. I kept the number same. I changed the format of the example. The fundamental. Clear now? Allegation a little bit clear? Right? Allegation is sometimes the most confusing and toughest topic to make the students understand, because they are confused. Sir, we are doing this first, what are you doing? I am not understanding. So to put it very bluntly, per hour, per whatever that is the ratio. Remember this, you can track any example or any question on allegation. Clear or not? Right? Can you move on to the next topic, please?
Sir, validating the awareness, what you necessarily have.
That is a question which I have reserved when you attend this exercise. I have reserved this question. Right? I discuss some, I keep it back for some, because then I have the scope of explaining that. But that funda is same. You understand the funda is same. Right? But I kept it. I put that one question back. Right? When I have designed the exercise, I have designed it in such a way that most of the things I am discussing in the class, that is mostly covered. Those things which I cannot discuss, I will make the students do, and then I will discuss. That's what I approach it yesterday. Okay. Okay. So can we do on timing work? Okay. Easy problem. Another very easy problem. Okay. And questions on time of work are invariably asked. You cannot avoid this. Again, I will explain this topic in a very easy way. Not in a conventional way which the other is used to. Right? The thing is, if I say A does a work in 12 days, B does a work in 15 days. Right? Just simple question. If A does a work in 12 days, in one day, how much work he does? If A does a work in 2 days, he does half work in 1 day. Conversely, if I say A does half work in 1 day, he does entire work in 2 days. Clear or not? Now first tell me, if A does a work in 12, B does a work in 15 days, when they work together, the time taken will be more than between 12 and 15, less than 12 or more than 15? Between 12 and 15, less than 12. Why?
B is also right.
Right. If A does a work in 12 days, if B does a work in 1 crore days, B adds at least some value to A, so time will automatically be less than 12. How much is the secondary question? But the time will be less than 12. So how will you do? You can do it like this, very simple way. What have we done till now? You assume 1 by 12 or 1 by 15, 1 day work, you add this up. You will say that it is 9 by 60 work in 1 day. So the total whole work will be done in 60 by 9 days. Right? But we will not apply this method because this is time taking as well as confusing for other kinds of problems. When the problems are alternate days, then it takes time. So what you can do is, very easy way of doing this kind of question is something like this. If A does a work in 12 days, B does a work in 15 days. Clear? So you can assume the work to be something. What is that something? LCM of 12 and 15 is how much? 60. So assume the work to be 60 units. So in 12 days he does 60, in 1 day he does 5. In 15 days he does 60, in 1 day he does 4. So 9 work in 1 day. 9 units of work in 1 day. 60 units in how many days? 60 by 9 days. We avoid the fractions. Clear or not? Right? Understood? What is Who is more efficient? A. Who is less efficient? B. What is the ratio of efficiencies of A and B? So if their say their contractor gives them 900 rupees to distribute, it will be distributing the ratio of 5%. That's another advantage of this. You calculate the ratio of the efficiencies and you calculate the ratio of the amounts which they get, which will be proportional to the efficiencies. Clear or not? What is another advantage of this? If I say A doesn't work in 12 days, B doesn't work in 15 days, but they do the work on alternate days starting with A, which means today A, tomorrow B, day after tomorrow A, and so on. Then what is the total time taken? How will you do that?
Sir, in 2 days, 9 minutes of work is done.
Okay. Then
Okay.
so in 2 days 9 minutes of work will be done. So in 9 days, 9 minutes 2 days, 60 minutes in how many days? 2 by 9 into 60. How much? 120 by 9. Is it the answer? Which means whatever work is done in 1 day, it is now done in 2 days. So whatever time taken earlier, it will be twice the time. Isn't it? Right? That is the advantage of this method. You should not, disadvantage of that method. You should adopt it. One method, one method. Right? It is wrong because at some point of time, A will not be needed at all. Because A is more efficient. Right? A must have done his part of the work completely and only B is left to do. If the cycle is AB, right? A may not need at all because he is more efficient. Then you have to apply this. You will say, sir, 2 days, 9 minutes of work is done, which means every 2 days, 9 minutes of work is done. Clear or not? So, yes, think of a number which is less than 60, which is a multiple of 9. क्या कौन सा नंबर है? 54. So 54 is how much? 6 cycles. 6 cycles of 2 days, which means 12 days gone. How much work is left? 6. Whose turn? A does 5. 1 day is passed. How much work is left? 1. B's turn. 1 by 4 days. Because B does 4 in 1 day, so the time taken will be 13 1 day. If you do by that method, it comes out to be 13 1 by 3, which is the wrong answer. Understood the concept? Right. So 9 minutes in 2 days, that you understood. Every 2 days 9 minutes is done. You have to think of the number which is a multiple of 9 but which is less than 60. कौन सा number है? 9 6 are 54. 6 are 6 cycles. AB 6 cycles of AB, which means 6 cycles of 2 days, which means 12 days. So 12 days 54 is done. 6 is left. Now A's turn. A does 5 in 1 day. So 5 done, 1 day gone. 1 more unit, 4 units in 1 day, so 1 by 4, so 13 1 by 4. Clear or not? Clear or not? So tell me the answer orally when the cycle is BA. B today, A tomorrow. Tell me the answer orally. Beautiful. 13 2 by 5. Easy or not? By this method, you say so 4 in 1 day. So 2 more left. 5 2 by 5 days. Right? You can do these questions orally. Clear or not? Everybody? By this LCM method. Clear or not? Now if I change the question, I say A does the work in 12 days, B does the work in 15 days, and say C, first let me see, does the work in 20 days. Tell me the answer if they work together. Orally. How much? Done? Easy or not? 5, 4, 12 in 1 day, 16 in 5 days. If I change the question, A doesn't work in 12 days, B doesn't work in 15 days, C destroys that same work in 20 days. C destroys that work in 20 days. So if all three work together, how much time will it take? It is easy or not? It is minus 3. So 5 plus 4, 9, 9 minus 3, 6. 6 in 1 day, 16 10 days. Easy or not? Right, less use of pen, but just by observation you can do it. Clear or not? Notice that I am taking just one example and I am carrying forward this whole in this one example. I change the question. I say 5A fills up a cistern in 12 hours. 5B fills up a cistern in 15 hours. 5C empties that cistern in 20 hours. If all three pipes work together, how much time will the cistern be filled? That question, this question is same. The negative work means taking out one of the pipes. Negative work means what? The pipe which is emptying out water. Positive work is the pipe which is filling the water. So what you can assume? You can assume the capacity of the tank is 60 liters. So 5 liters, 4 liters and 3 liters every. So 6 liters in 1 hour, 60 liters in 10 hours. Right? Can we do these questions orally only? Okay? Right. So now give me an answer one question and then we can move on to the next part of timetable. Say A plus B doesn't work in 12 days. B plus C doesn't work in 15 days. C plus A doesn't work in 20 days. Clear or not? I just want one answer. There can be 3 answers, but I just want one answer. A alone will do the work in how many days? A alone will do the work in how many days? More than 20 or less than 20? Right. How will you do it? 15 people can do the work in how many days? 20 days. One Clear or not? I increase the question. 50 people will do the work in 20 days, working 10 hours a day. People will do the work in how many days? Working say 6 hours a day. I increase one more variable, but the method will remain same.
Now it will only the number of hours.
We convert the whole thing in hours. The amount of work will be, let us assume the amount of work will be 15 into 20 into 10. But it will be a long multiplication. So no use of taking LCM. You can say, so 15 people in 20 days working 10 hours a day. So 1 people working 1 hour a day will do the work in how many days? It will be 15 into 20 into 10. Isn't it? 1 people will working 10 hours a day will take 15 into 20. 1 people working 1 hour a day, 15 into 20 into 10. 10 people working 1 hour a day. By 10. 10 people working 6 hours a day. Divided by 6. Clear or not? So whatever it comes up to be, 60 or 50. I think so. 50. Clear or not? 50. Okay, which means we can say if M1 people can do a work in D1 days, working H1 hours a day, and M2 people can do a work in D2 days, working H2 hours a day. For same amount of work, we can say M1 D1 H1 is equal to M2 D2 H1. Isn't it? Out of the 6 parameters, 5 in H1 you have to find one. Instead of now 15, 20, 10 and all these values, I put it as M1 D1 H1 and M2. But the logic is the same. Try to avoid this formula but do well. Clear or not? ठीक है, question करें हम लोग. With example, 15 people can work in 20 days, working 10 hours a day. So I tell you, 15 people working 1 hour a day will do the work in how many days? More or less, right? More. So how much time? 20 into 10. 1 people working 1 hour a day, the time is more and more. It will be 20 into 10 into 50. 10 people working 1 hour a day, time will be less. 10 people working 6 hours a day, time will be further less. Whatever the time, it comes out to be how much? 50. 50 is equivalent. So it comes out to 50. So the product of this and product of this is same. So M1 D1 H1 and M2 D2 H2. M1 D1 H1. Simple as that. Clear or not? Can you do one question? A good question basically. Then only the thing will be clear. Okay. Question of form story. Now running question D2 and all that. Let's hear this and give you the answer. Question is, there is a hostel, right? There is a hostel of 1500 students. Clear or not? Which has provision of food for 30 days. So much food is there that 1500 people can take this whole food for 1 month. Clear or not? After 20 days, 1000 more students come into the hostel, join the hostel. Clear? Now the number of students are how much? 2500. Now all of them decide that we will eat only for one time. Instead of twice lunch and dinner, we will only have say dinner. We will not take lunch, we will have our classes. Clear or not? Right? So tell me, how many extra days will the food last? 18. How many सवाल सुनो? How many extra days will the food last? How many extra days? Extra days तो ये 20 plus 18 38 होगा. Extra होगा 8 दिन होगा. Extra days will be 8 days. Answer 8 होगा. और 18 होगा. Okay, so 2 times they eating food for 2 times a day, only 1 time. So what you can say, sir, 1500 people, 20 days. So after 20 days, the 1500 people are there, they have the food for 10 days more, isn't it? You think about only 10 days are left, but the number of people are how much? 2500. So now the food will last for how many days? It will be less than 10 days. How much? 1500 into 10 by 6 by 2500. Sorry. 1500 for 10 days. One people can finish the whole food in 1500 into 10. 2500 by people will finish the food in 6 days. But now they are eating only 1 time, so it will last for 12 days. 10 days it has to last. So 2 extra days it will last. So extra days will be 2. So one option will be 2, one option will be 12, one option will be 6, one option will be it will last 3 option. Clear or not? Everybody clear or not? Right. इसके बाद मेरी questions are not asking time to work. Alternate days, pipes and cisterns, right? Or filling pipe, emptying pipe, and compound work. Compound work means when lots of people. Now if I can change the question as 3 men do as much work as 4 women, as much work as 6 boys. Okay. Now if I tell you 3 men do as much work as 4 women, as much work as 6 boys. So tell me what is the ratio of their efficiency of man, 1 woman and 1 boy. Inverse of it. Easy or not? Inverse of it. 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is to 1 by 6. If you want to avoid this fraction, you multiply it by how much? 12. Take the LCM of 3 4 6. 12. So multiply it by 2. So it will be 4 is to 3 is to. It is based on the same concept of LCM. Clear or not? Right? Questions outside this don't come. Outside this is first time. Right? Okay, can we move on to the next topic? Time, speed and distance. Okay? So you have to take some process. I have time, speed and distance. Because lots of things are there, but relevant things. Now I will apply this iterative procedure of telling time, speed, distance. Now, time to distance, we all know distance is equal to speed you can. That we are aware. If you travel for 40 kilometers per hour for 2 hours, you travel 80 kilometers. Isn't it? Now, if speed is in, you should know the basics and if speed is in kilometers per hour, if you convert it into meters per second, what will you do? I think everybody knows this. Divide by 80. Clear or not? So 54 kilometers per hour is equal to how much? 50 meters per second. Easy. We can break this whole thing into 3 things. Distance is proportional to speed if time is constant. Isn't it? Can we say this? If you travel only for 2 hours, but if you increase your speed, you travel more distance. If you decrease your speed, you travel less distance. Clear or not? Again, we can say distance is directly proportional to time if speed is constant. If you maintain your speed at 50, right? For more time, you travel for more distance. If you maintain your speed at 50, which means you are not traveling. Right? Then the more time you spend, the more distance you take. Clear or not? Okay. You can say speed is what? Directly or inversely proportional to time? Inversely proportional to time if distance is constant. Clear or not? Which means for same distance, if you increase the speed, you take less time. You decrease the speed, you take more time. If I say from home, and this is your center, the distance is constant. If I say instead of 11:30, the class will start at 1:30. So if you start at normal time, you will relax, take less speed. But if I say the class will start from 9:30, then you will increase the speed. Isn't it? Same thing. So if I say if the speed is S, if it becomes 2S, the time will become how much? T/3. 3S, it will become T/3. If its speed becomes M times S, the time will become, isn't it? Clear or not? So basic these things, you combine these three and you will get this formula. Questions are asked on these 3 parts. This everybody knows, but questions are asked on these 3. Now one application, which I just told you. Very simple question. Try to do it orally, but if you apply pen once, no problem. Question is, if I decrease my speed by 25%, I reach my office 20 minutes late. If I decrease my speed by 25%, I reach my office 20 minutes late. Normal सी बातें हो गई. If I travel by normal speed, in how much time will I reach my office? If I decrease my speed by 25%, I reach my office 20 minutes late. If I travel by normal speed, in how much time will I reach my office? 60 or 80 or 75? I am more interested in how you have done it. But I think much better way. So can I draw this one? If I decrease my speed by 25%, I reach my office 20 minutes late. If I go by normal speed, in how much time will I reach? So if I decrease my speed by 25%, so it will be now 75% of the original speed. 75% is how much? 3 by 4. Everybody knows 75% is 3 by 4. So speed becomes S becomes 3 by 4S. Time t will become 4 by 3t. Inverse of this one. So how much late? Now this time, earlier this time. So 4 by 3t minus t is equal to how much? The late, which is 20 minutes. So T by 3 is equal to 20. T will be equal to how much? Easy or not? I just applied this thing. Decrease by speed by 25%. It means it will become 75% of the original. We write it in the form of fraction 3 by 4. Just do a little bit journey, then you answer it. Clear or not? Okay. Understood this one? Okay. I will take one more question. Simple question, but there are going to be simple. So this one example will clearly know the concept of time and speed. Very simple example. Two people are there, say A and B, at say two different places, say Delhi and say near 150 kilometers is the distance between them. Clear? 9 a.m. time here, 9 a.m. time here. Both sides. Speed of A will be 60 kilometers per hour this side. Speed of B will be 40 kilometers per hour. Clear? Simple question. At what time will they meet?
Right.
150 kilometers, 60 and 40 kilometers per hour. Home at 9 a.m. here. So at what time will they meet? 10:30. How 10:30? Say if they meet after T hours. So 60 kilometers per hour T hours, it travels how much? 60 T. 40 kilometers per hour T hours, it travels for how much? 40. The sum of this is 150, the total distance. So T will be equal to how much? 150 by 60 plus 40. It is equal to how much? 1.5 hours. It means 10:30. Clear or not? Now 10:30, how much distance is traveled by this person? 60 into 1.5, how much? 90 kilometers per hour. At 10:30, how much distance is traveled by this person? 60 kilometers. The ratio of 90 to 60 is how much? 3:2. The ratio of the speeds is also how much? 3:2. Proving the fact that distance is proportional to speed if time is constant. Isn't it? Time is constant 9 a.m. Clear or not? One more thing, if two people start at the same time towards each other, the meeting time will be distance by sum of distance. Clear or not? But if I say, if this person travels 40 km per hour at this side, so this is a thief, this is the police, the distance is 150, 9 a.m. time. At what time will the police catch the thief? Right, the distance that time, then it will be 150 by 60 minus 40 is 7.5 hours. You can say that one person traveling at 40, the other person following him at 60 is as good as saying that person is at rest and this person is traveling at 20 kilometers per hour. Isn't it? So in each hour he makes up 20. So to make up 150, he will take how many hours? 7.5 hours. Easy or not? Clear or not? Everybody? Okay. Now same example. 40 kilometers per hour this side, 60 kilometers per hour this side. The time is 9 a.m. here. The time is say 10 a.m. here. At what time will they meet? Now time is not constant. Obviously, we have to increase the variation. I'm doing the same question. His speed is 60, his speed is 40, the separation is 150. At what time will they meet? 10? 10:54. 60 and 40. You will say 1 hour when it starts. This person has already traveled 1 hour, which means he has traveled 90 kilometers. 60 kilometers. Sorry. So separation between them is how much? 90. And now the time is 10. And now the time is 10. He is traveling at 60. He is traveling at 40. The meeting time will be 90 by 60 plus 40, which means 1900, which is 9 by 10 hours. 9 by 10 hours, which is 54 minutes. So 54 minutes after 10 is 10:54. Clear or not? One more variation. Same question. 9 a.m. 60 kilometers per hour this side, 40 kilometers per hour this side. They are approaching towards each other. The separation is 150 kilometers. Clear? यहाँ तक की story same है. The question is 2 hours after starting, what will be the distance between them? After 2 hours, what will be the distance between them? If you understand the concept, becomes very easy. 2 hours, they say 1.5 hours, it will reduce to 0. You just told me 10:30. Half hour is the time is given. So half hour, whatever he travels, half hour this side, half hour this side. How much? 30 and 20 is how much? 50 kilometers. Students will tell, so 2 hours, so it will be 60 into 2 is 120, 40 into 2 is 80, 120 minus 80 is 40. So the separation is 40 kilometers. Separation is when both people are met at the same instant, not at different instant. Hence, वही कर सकते, वही गलती वही होगी वहाँ पे, which is कि 60 2 घंटे में 120 चला गया, 40 2 घंटे में 80 चला गया, तो माइनस कर दो, ये भी कर सकते हो, 60 into 20 120, 40 into 80 100, 200. Yeah. If I tell you they both are starting at the same time, 60, 40, 150. Half hour before meeting, what is the distance between them? Same answer, 50. How many questions possible from this one iteration? Is the same as 2 hours after meeting. Half hour before meeting is whatever distance they will travel for half hour. Clear or not? So, everybody? Simple example, but it clears the concept. Now, if I tell you the same thing here, there is a car 60 and there is a car 40 this side. Speed is kilometers per hour. What do you mean by relative speed then? What is the speed of the other? This person, the driver of this person will say that boss, this person is walking at 100. Or this will feel that he is walking at 100. Precisely when this time, when this person feels that he is walking at 100, he will be at rest for that moment. That is the concept of relative speed. When one is at rest with respect to another for that precise point, what is the speed of the other? This is the concept of relative speed. Right? So when two people approach each other, the speed is plus. But if I say he is traveling at 40 and he is traveling at 60 in this direction, this person will feel that he is moving backwards at 20, and this person will feel that he is moving forward at 20. Clear now? Now if you increase the length of this, of a car to a train, the funda is same. 60, 40, 300 meters, the length of the train, 200 meters, the length of this other train. How much time is taken to cross each other? So, what we will do, you will say, sir, before crossing, the driver meet, right? After crossing, the guard meets. So for any point, this point or any point has to travel the total length of this as well as this. kilometers per hour, which is 100 into 5. Kilometers per hour, meters, so 580 meters per second. Clear or not? So like what? But if I say 200 meters, 40 kilometers per hour, how much time will it take to cross a platform of 300 meters? So what do you mean by a platform? A train which travels at 0 kilometers per hour. Right? So total length to travel any point, now this is at rest, anywhere it is at rest. So total length, it is 500 meters upon 40 into 40. Clear or not? Right? Now extend this concept from land to water. Extend this concept from land to water. And I say two banks are there. And the water is traveling at this side at say S from A to B. If the boat speed is B, from normal speed is B, what is the speed of the rate speed from A to B? It will be B plus S. And when it comes to this side, it is B minus S. So when it travels with the water, it is downstream. When it travels against the water, it is upstream. Okay? Very practical question, that when you calculate on land, two people traveling in the same direction, the speed is minus. But when you calculate on water, two people traveling in the same direction, speed is plus. Why? Because you must have heard of the concept reference frame in class 9-10 physics. If I say the earth is also moving with me, then it is the same case as water. Right? We are at rest with respect to one another. My speed is 0, your speed is 0. But to a person watching us from Mars, we are moving at the speed of the earth. Because for him, this portion is the water portion. Isn't it? Clear or not? Right? Same, that is the concept of the relative speed. Reference frame, when the reference frame changes and itself moves, then upstream, downstream concept. Now, application, where can it come? In water case. What is the other case? It can come in escalators as well. If it's a going up escalator and you are moving up with your own speed, you will take less time, because then you are moving downstream. But if it is a moving up escalator and you are coming down, the time will be more, because then you are moving against the stream. Clear or not? If you are moving with the wind, you are moving downstream. You are moving against the wind, you are moving upstream. Clear or not? All these cases are, approach is basically same. Only the units and all these things change, but approach is same. So can you do one question here? We have two questions on upstream, downstream. A boat travels from A to B. A boat takes 4 hours to go from A to B and 3 hours to go from B to A. A boat takes 4 hours to go from A to B and 3 hours to go from B to A. What is the ratio of the speed of boat to speed of steam? Easy question. A boat takes 4 hours to go from A to B, 3 hours to go from B to A. What is the ratio of the speed of the boat to speed of the stream? Now distance is same. Which is upstream, which is downstream? A to B is upstream, B to A is downstream. Because time is less here, time is more here. Okay, so upstream it will be 4 times. It will be B minus S here. It will be B plus S here. So the product of time and speed will remain same. So 4 times B minus S is equal to 3 times B plus S. So here you will get the value B is to S to be 7:2. Clear? But why worry? Why do you do things like this? You can straight away say, after having got the answer 7:1, you can say so B is to S is equal to 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 3. 7:1, you don't have to do it. Isn't it? 7:1, so it is 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 3. After having done the long way, then you can devise the shortcut. You can say that the speed, the ratio of the speeds will be the addition upon subtraction. 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 3.
This is time also.
Yes, the time is
Inversely proportional time and speed.
inversely proportional. But if you solve this one, it comes out to be V by S is equal to 4 plus 3 by 4, isn't it? Something like this. So instead of doing all these things, you can straight away write like this. Forms the basis for my next question on this thing. Understood this part, everybody? Shortcut and all this. My question is, a boat takes 4 hours to go from A to B and 3 hours to go from B to A. If water is kept at rest, if water is at rest, which means now we are traveling on land only, then time taken by the boat to go from A to B and B to A will be same. Isn't it? No, it will be same because there is no stream involved here. So tell me what will your time taken then? If the stream is kept at rest, what will be the time taken by the boat to go from say A to B or B to A? What will the time be? Everybody will say 4 and 3 का average होता है 3.5, so 3.5 times. 99% of Lanka will say 3.5. It will be between 3 and 4, but not 3.5. Hours and 20 minutes, मतलब 3 and 1 by 3. What will be the time taken if the water is kept at rest? And then I will give you some questions to me. it will be between 3 and 4. So वही होगा. But 3 and a half is very good.
That means multiply 4 by 1 by 7 and then subtract in the case of offspring and
Okay. So then what is the answer? Fraction. You can tell me the answer. The answer will be in fraction. 3.4. You don't need 3.4. Is the right answer.
4 by 7.
Right.
This will come to 3.5. It will boil down to 3.5.
No, it will not be
4 by 7, it will be 0.5 something.
3 by 7. It will be how much? It will be 3.43 निकालना है. जब हम when I talk about the formula part, we have to be very clear. 3.5 is not 3.5. जब हम when we do DI part, then we can approximate, not here, because the answer is 3 by 7 and 3.5. You have to mark 3 by 7. Yes.
We could go either ways. We could multiply 4 into 1 by 7.
Okay.
We could purchase a 4 by 7.
Okay.
Then it's going to lead up to something around 0.5. So in case of upstream, we're going to subtract that to the stream.
But there is no concept of upstream or downstream here because the stream is absent here.
So we have the data for upstream and downstream.
And downstream. So some part you can take help which are done. So if assume that we have not done this question, we have straight away asked this question. If the water is kept at rest, then what will be the time? Then you have to do the exact. So for that, this backlog to बनाने के लिए I have to give you the entire story which I just did. Okay. So how will I do it? Another method of doing this, 4 hours to 3 hours. Exposing to different kinds of very easy methods. You know, you are seeing the distance is constant here. Isn't it? Okay. So can we assume the distance will be LCM of 4 and 3? What is the LCM of 4 and 3? 12. Let us assume the distance from A and B to be 12 kilometers. Clear or not? Right? So 4 hours for 12 kilometers, यानी कि it will be 3 kilometers per hour on the upstream side, and 3 hours for 12 kilometers, यानी कि 4 kilometers per hour on the upstream side. Sorry, downstream side. So which means B plus S will be equal to 4, and B minus S will be equal to 3. B plus S will be equal to 4 kilometers per hour, and B minus S will be equal to 3 kilometers per hour. From here you will get the value of B to be how much? 3.5 kilometers per hour. Right? What is the distance between A and B? 12. What is the speed? 3.5. What will be the time taken from A to B? It will be 12 by 3.5, which will be equal to 24 by 7. So it will be 3 and 3 by 7. So 3 and 3 by 7 will be the answer. 3.43. Understood? You can assume the distance, which means another way is if your time is given, time is asked, which means distance is immaterial. You can take any distance. If the speed is given, speed is asked. You can assume any distance by taking the LCM of the speeds. You make use of the concept which you learned yesterday. I told you applications of LCM and HCM. One more application. And I also told you yesterday more such applications in the future. So, right? Time and work, time and speed. Basically, both are same concept. Clear or not? Right? Now, having learned this one, now can we apply shortcut here? We can say, sir, what is the time that you have got? 24 by 7. 24 by 7 can be written as 2 into 4 into 3 by 4 plus 3. What is this? It is 24 by 7. Which means this is what? The harmonic mean of A, 4 and 3. Which means if time from one side is given to be 4 hours, other side is given to be 3 hours, if the water is kept at rest, what will be the time taken? The harmonic mean of 4 and 3. No need to remember this. But if We are branching out, but at the same time, you don't have to diversify too much. But if you can remember it, no problem. If you don't, then also no problem. Make sure that concept is clear. The harmonic mean of 4 and 3 will be the time taken when the water is kept at rest. Clear or not? इतना ही काफी है. No need to go further. The concept of clocks is also there, which we will discuss in the reasoning part. ठीक है? We will discuss that in the reasoning part. So if I discuss clocks, it will be too much jump. Okay, so can we do some question here? I think everybody has got the exercise. Again, we will focus only on the quality part. Okay. So please try question number 4, question number 7, question number 12, 13, 20. $70 kilos leaves the team. What is the number of members left in the team if the original average was 57 kilos? What is the answer then? 14 or 13? Is the same as saying कि if a 70 kilo boxer enters the team, the average increases by 1 kilo. So I put the situation in the reverse one. Whatever I said at the beginning, I have put the situation in reverse one. If a higher value boxer leaves the team, the average will definitely decrease. Okay. So the original average was 57 kilos, right? It reduces by 1 kilo. So it becomes 56 kilos. Clear or not? So which means the original average was 56 kilos. If a 70 kilo boxer enters the team, the average increases by 1 kilo. So the number of members, now what is the difference between average, this average and this one? I mean this average and 70 is how much? 13 kilos. What is the increase or decrease in average? 1 kilo. So the number of members originally were 14. After that 70 kilo boxer leaves the team, it is 13. So answer will be 13 here, not 14. Ample opportunity for you to get confused here. 12 भी हो सकता है, because if you are in 58 kilos होता है तो right, perfect. Okay, so can we do question number 7, the confusing question, which we will do it by allegation. Clear or not? Okay, so follow the solution straight away. Tell me what is the answer first. 75% or 83.33%? Okay. Okay, so let's do it very slowly. 40% alcohol. An air hostess took out some wine from a bottle which contained 40% alcohol and replaced what she had taken out with a wine having 20% alcohol. The strength of the solution now is 25% alcohol. So what percentage of the wine in the bottle did she take out? Okay, whatever she took out, she replaced with what? How much? 20%. जितना निकाला उसके बदले he replaced it with 20%. So if you do it by allegation, it comes out to be how much? 15. This will be equal to how much? 5. So it is 1:3, which means 20% is 3, 40% is 1. What is this 20%? It is what we have taken out. So out of 4 parts, originally 3 parts have been taken out and replaced it with 20% alcohol. So out of 4 parts, 3 parts have been taken out. So how much of the wine has been taken out? 3/4 wine has been taken out. out of 4 parts, 3 parts have been taken out and replaced it with 20% alcohol. Whatever taken out is whatever replaced with 20% alcohol. So 3/4 is taken out. 3/4 is equal to how much? 75%. To confuse you, the answer could be 1/3, 2/3. That options I have not given here. 1/3 could have been the option. 1:3, so 1/3. Further confusion, 3 minus 1/3, so 2/3. The correct option, and one more option. Clear or not? So it is 75% is your answer. Clear or not? Samjh mein aayi baat? Perfect. Okay. 40% alcohol. 40% per weight of the alcohol. 20% per weight of the alcohol. 25% per weight of the alcohol. So per weight. So the strength will be ratio of the weights. Whatever he has taken out. He has taken out how much? 3 parts and replaced it with 3 parts of 20%. So which means 3 parts he has taken out, and originally it was 4 parts because 1 plus 3 is 4 parts. So he has taken out 3/4. Answer is 75%. Understood the concept or not? That's why I reserved this thing when we discuss the exercise. Okay. Now what is the next question then? 12. In a 500 meter race, A beats B by 100 meter, which means in whatever time A travels 500 meter, B travels how much? 400 meter, isn't it? Which means the ratio of the speed of A and B is equal to how much? 500 by 4, which means 5/4. Clear or not? In a 2 kilometer race, A beats C by 150 meter, which means A by C will be equal to how much? 2000 by 1850, isn't it? Now what you can do is 500 by 400, है ना? You make it 2000 by 1600. Ease of calculation. How easy you will find it out. Okay, so it is 500 by 400. You multiply top and bottom by 4. It comes out 2000 by 1600. So A by B is 2000 by 1600. A by C is 2000 by 1850. So which means B by C will be equal to how much? It will be how much? 1850 by 1600. Isn't it? 1850 by 1600. Okay. So in a kilometer race between B and C, who wins the race and by how much distance? Which means we can say in an 1850 meter race, B wins and beats C by how many meters? 250 meters. So 1850 meters, he beats C by 250 meters. So of 1 kilometer race, the value will be equal to how much? 250 by 1850 into 1000. Now you approximate here. So answer will be either C or D. 1850 meter, that gap is 250 meter. 1000, will the gap be 215 meter? Option number D, will it be possible? No. So option number D is out, option number C is in. Answer will be C option. Now you don't have to calculate all that things. ऐसा है क्या? Check it out once. Okay, if I cut it out once again, I might have made a mistake. Let's see. A by B, A by C. So A by B by A by C is equal to how much? 2000 by 1600 by 2000 by 1850. So A cut, C by B is equal to C by B is equal to how much? 1850 by 1600. Okay. So I made a mistake here, very sorry. So C by B is 1850 by 1600. How, what complacency can become? Okay, so C by B is 1850 by 1600. So in a 1850 meter race, C will beat B by how many meters? How many meters? 250 meters. So 1850, he beats him by 250 meters. In a 1000 meter race, what will be the separation? 250 by 1850 into 1000. What is the value here? 25 by 185. So you can calculate it. It is 537 and 5 is 5. So it is 5000 by 37. What is 5000 by 37? What is 5000 by 37? It is 50 by 50 into 100 by 37. What is the value? Roughly, what is the value here? 135.14. I'm very sorry here. So 135.14 meter is your answer. Sorry. 135.14 meter is your answer. Okay. What is the next one? 13. As I just told you, there is some printing mistake here. Otherwise, the answer is none of these here. Okay. What is the next one which I told you? 20. What is the answer? Can we do it orally? If you want, you can do it orally. Okay. If A can do as much in 3 days as C in 4 days. Okay. So if A finishes in 18 days, C will finish it in how much? 24 days. 6 times of 3 is 18. So 6 times of 4 will be how much? 24 days. So C will finish the work in 24 days. Now C in 6 is equal to B in 5. So C in 24 will become B in 20. So you can do it orally. Okay, can we do one more question or should we leave? Should we take a break? Huh? 13. Can we discuss it? What is, okay, so let's discuss question number 13 and let's see what is the trick here. A tiger chases a deer which is 30 of its own leaps ahead of the tiger. Own leaps means what? 30 of deer's leaps. So 30 of deer's leaps. So in one leap, the deer goes how many meters? 1 meter. So deer is ahead of tiger by 30 meters. When the tiger takes 3 leaps, the deer takes 4 leaps. So in one leap, the tiger goes 3 by 4, so which is 11 by 4. So in 3 leaps, it goes how much? 33 by 4. So let us assume that the speed of the tiger is 33 by 4 meters per second. In one leap, deer takes 4 meters. So 4. The deer takes 4 leaps. So one leap is equal to 4 meters. So let us assume the speed of deer is 4 meters per second. So both are moving in the same direction. So what will be the time taken to meet? It will be 33 by 4 meters per second minus 4 meters per second. What is the value here? It comes out at 30 by 4 4s are 16 and 830 into 4 by 17. So in this much second, the tiger will catch hold of the deer. How much distance will it travel? 33 by 4 meters. This many meters the tiger will travel to catch the deer. One leap of this tiger is equal to how much meters? 11 by 4. So you cut it, it comes out to be some fraction kind of thing. So answer will be none of these here in this case. Right? There might be one printing mistake here which I will verify once. What is option for? 20. The question number 20 is 20 days. C is the answer. Okay. If you want, you can do it orally, some question. One question you can try, 16th question. I will not do it, but you can give me the answer. What is the answer for 16? Six hours. Verify it once. If C takes 6 hours, then A takes how much? 12 hours. Okay. Okay, if C takes 6 hours, then A takes how much? 18 hours. Okay. If A takes 18 hours, B takes how much? 9 hours. So 9 hours, 18 hours and 12 hours. Isn't it? Okay. So 9, 18 and 12. What is LCM of 9, 18, 12? 36. 36 liters. So what is the rate? 3, 4, 2. So 4, 2, 6 and 6 and 3, 9. So 9 divided by 36. What is the time taken? It is 4 hours combined. But the time taken is 3 hours. Which means A is the wrong answer. Why did I take this question? Because you can, if you want, you can do it by option as well. Now check for the 12 hours. See if it fits in. Time taken by pipe C to fill the tank. So if pipe C takes 12 hours, pipe A takes how much? 36 hours. Clear? Okay. And twice. So pipe B takes 18 hours. So 36, 18 and 12. Will the sum total makes 3 hours? Check it out once. 36, 18 and 12. What is the LCM? 36. So it is 1, 2 and 3. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. So 36 by 6. The time taken is 6 hours. No is answer. Let us do it. Let us do the question. If you have fixed it, let us do the question. A pipe A takes twice the time of pipe B, and pipe A takes thrice the time of pipe C. So what is the ratio of efficiency of A is to B? 1/2. And what is the ratio of A is to C? 1/3. What is the time taken to fill the tank? It is 36 hours. Okay. So if A takes X hours, efficiency. If A takes twice the time of B, the ratio of efficiency of A and B will be how much? 1/2. And A and C will be how much? 1/3. So if A takes X hours, C will take how many hours? X/3 hours. And B will take how many hours? X/2 hours. Isn't it? If A takes X hours, okay, so A takes X hours, C takes X/3 and B takes X/2. Clear or not, everybody? So in 1 hour it will be 1/x plus 3/x plus 2/x. That is equal to how much? 1/3. So 6/x will be equal to 1/3. So x will be equal to 18 hours. Okay. So if x means 18 hours. So if A takes 18 hours, I made some mistake over there. If A takes 18 hours, C will take how many hours? 6 hours. If A takes 18 hours, C will take 6 hours and B will take 9 hours. See the mistake, it is 18, 9 and 6 and not 18, 9 and 12. So 18, 9, 6 का combination will make 3 hours. Okay, okay. A takes twice the time as B. So the ratio of efficiency of A and B will be how much? 1 by 2. A takes thrice the time of C. So ratio of efficiency of A and C will be how much? 1 by 3. So take, in both A is common. So take A to be x hours. So A takes thrice the time. So C will take 1/3 of the time. So x by 3 hours. A takes twice the time as B. So if A takes x hours, B will take x by 2 hours. Clear? So in 1 hour, 1 by x of the tank will be filled, 2 by 3 by x and 2 by x. And in 1 hour, 1/3 of the tank will be filled. So 6 by x will be equal to 1 by, so x will be equal to how much? 18 hours. So A takes 18 hours to fill the tank. I made a silly mistake over there. A takes 18 hours. C will take how many hours? 6 hours, x by 3. And B will take how many hours? 9 hours. Huh? 36. वो भी कर सकते हैं. Then all that also. What you can do is, if you have, your work is simple here, na? You take any, you assume anything. You assume x hours, and then accordingly you can proceed forward. या आप ये भी कर सकते हो कि A is to B is to C का efficiency combine निकाल के, then you can do it. But that will make the process a little bit longer. You assume any one. You assume any one, and then you can proceed forward. अब check करके देख लो. 18 hours, 6 hours, and 9 hours. Will that combination make 3 hours? You can check it out. Let us assume the tank capacity is 80 liters. So it is 1 liter, 2 liter and 3 liter per hour. So in 1 hour, 3 plus 2, 5 and 1, 6 liters is filled. So in 80 liters will be filled up in 3 hours, which means the answer of 1869 will be correct. So you don't have to take 36, you have to take just 80 liters. Clear or not? Try the other questions over there. हम लोग कल कौन सा करेंगे? We'll do which topic? Permutation, combination, probability and set theory. The combination of modern maths. इसमें partially reasoning will also be covered because set theory is a combination of reasoning only. So we'll cover that part tomorrow. Right? इसके बाहर generally maths, commercial maths, nothing is asked.